This is the Behind Closed Doors podcast, a podcast that talks about real-life issues as seen through the lens of a millennial. We are not our circumstances are a part of us. So join me as we unpack these conversations. And now, host Cece.
The last time when we're having the conversation, I think we're all in a place of pain.
Yeah.
And we're pretending like we're not in a place of pain.
Yeah.
And then we started speaking. And then we realized that, it's still there. It's still there. Yeah. And then now, we all seem like we're healing.
Yeah,
like
because I remember for
me,
me at that point, it's like, I think I even mentioned in the last conversation to say, I haven't spoken to people about these feelings, and it just like came out, and we all started aligning things to say, okay, I'm going through this actually, and this is what's happening, and then you realize that it's a group of people that needs healing,
right?
And the best step to healing is realizing that you need it.
Yes.
Because you can't heal without realizing that you need it.
No. Yeah. I was crying. And you see, we didn't even know that we're going to talk about what we spoke about.
Yeah.
We're just like, oh, so how's been your day? And you're like, you guys, I was crying at work. Yeah. And you're like, and then it starts, oh my gosh, my relationship was trash. Yeah. And then from relationship we went to depression and
to family, to
guys.
Like we spoke about
so much that.
And I'm glad that things are different now because even when you saw
so
me,
brighter.
you were like, you look bright. I'm like,
yes,
because
I'm looking at her, she's like this big behind him, like, what has happened?
So
in as much as 2023 was a healing period, I think also we went through it. We accepted that this is the pain that I'm facing, and I'm gonna go through it. And now that we're on the other side, I just want to know, like, who have you guys become from the last time we were trying to say who do we want to become for the year? Who have you become? Who did you become after that conversation?
Oh, I would like to say for me it was accepting that, look, this is your pain. You just have to go through it. You can't take it on to somebody. It's yours, so go through it, experience it. So even as much as it doesn't sound rosy, I embraced it.
Yeah.
I just had to accept it. And through that, I think we even did some amazing stuff that I don't think if I wasn't in that space of going through pain and whatnot, I don't think I would have thought I was capable, or we were capable of doing the things that we did. We actually did some amazing stuff with Subido, but it was amazing to see the things that we could do.
Yeah.
And because of that pain, I tried to, push myself to say, look, you've accepted, you've gone through it, now it's time to get past it. So through getting past it, it helped me realize certain potential that I didn't know I had. And it wasn't easy. Obviously, there are hiccups here and there, but I'm actually grateful for that pain.
Yeah.
I am. And it's something I'll constantly say. If I didn't go through that period of my life, whatever was happening,
so has brought us to the rain.
Oh yes.
Please go away.
Maybe it will pass by.
It will. It
Yeah.
will.
So it's that. And I'm always talking about it here to say, even to myself, like, so if I never went through this phase in my life,
Was I going to be?
I don't think I would have realized this potential that I have, things that I can do. Even people that I encountered, best believe I wouldn't have encountered them.
The person you were before.
I wouldn't have. And I wasn't even ready for them before. But then because I experienced that afterwards, it's like, now I am ready. I am backed to have a relationship with you, to have you as my, I even get a mentor in the year. So so it's things like, before that, I wouldn't have, and it's something that I even went through. I never really gave my all to relationships in all aspects, family, friends, intimate, like, I don't think I gave them my all. because I had things going on. And at that point, you don't even know that you have things going on.
Yeah.
You just don't give them your all. So 2023 was my healing year. And I'm so glad I went through that. So 2022 was like a painful year. And 2023 is me now, like
blooming.
Yeah.
You know, now that you mentioned, 2022 broke me. Please.
Yeah. 2022 was
Another
horrible.
thing that people say that year for you that changed for me, right? From the last time that we spoke, from the last time that I saw you, I was in a dark place. Like, it's how I was relating to people. I was in this survival mode where I'm constantly thinking people are going to hate me. I can't open myself up to talking to other people because I'm constantly thinking, well, they're going to hate me. And unfortunately, I took some of that with me in some parts of my 2023 where I was still in this survival mode, right? It's like you are constantly thinking, if you start talking to a new person, like you always have the exit plan at the back of your mind, and you don't want to experience people like that. Like, why are you thinking about, if they tell me that we shouldn't be talking, I'll be like,
I expected it.
No,
so.
but then like, so I think that was what 2022 made me become. This person who's constantly in survival mode. You are always ready to lose people, and who has that mentality? Like, why would you be ready to like just? But then at some point in the same 2023, right, I became this person that was 2023 was a good year also, because I became this person that was just I went out more. You know, like I saw
the video that you posted. I'm like,
Yeah.
Just be out. She doesn't even invite us.
Right?
like,
okay, good.
I just said,
Good for
you know what?
girl.
I'm not gonna be in this bondage of survival like my whole life, because what happened.
Yeah.
Let it go. Live your life. And I just went out more. I met people. It was like, and then now
It was a game changer.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then slowly I started, like leaving the survival modes to just telling myself I need to experience things. I need to experience people, and I need to allow them to experience me at my fullness. Like not always there. No, I can't do that. Like no. You can go and unless it's a matter of I'm not gonna do this because if I do it, someone is going to die. But if it's just you limiting yourself, just open up, and that has been how things have gone. And meeting amazing people, doing things that guys.
So in 2022, so much happened to me, like in all areas of my life, that I went through my longest episode of depression, where I got to a point where I attempted suicide, and apparently it failed because here I am. So it was that bad. I was in such a dark place that it lasted for such a long time. I even went into 2023 in the same darkness, and to pull myself out of that, it took so much. And when the year began last 2023, I was like, I need a guiding word for the year. And I think that's when we were speaking, and I was telling you that the guiding word is becoming. And you're like, what does that mean? What does that mean? And I was thinking to myself that it means evolving. It doesn't mean stillness. It's flowing.
Yep.
So who is it that I'm trying to become? I want to become a person who doesn't have to depend on antidepressants. I want to be a person who is confident in myself. I want to be a person who embraces both the good and the bad.
Yeah.
And 2023 was good, but then I'm not going to take away like the pain that it brought.
Yeah.
But out of it, there was so much sunshine that as I was going through it, I was like, this new person. I was like, traveling.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wasn't thinking about, oh my gosh, what am I going to eat tomorrow? I was just like, you know what? Today
Tomorrow
Cece
come.
wants to eat pizza.
Eat the pizza.
I'm going to
Yeah.
eat the pizza.
Yeah.
What are you
Yeah.
going to eat tomorrow? I don't know.
But we will
But
eat.
today, today is going to
Yeah,
be pizza.
yeah.
You know, I was just this person that when I look back now to the year that I had, I'm just like, I slowly stepped out of the shell that I put myself in to protect myself, or I think I got to a point where I was so comfortable with being depressed. I was so
Yeah.
comfortable with being sad
Yeah.
that I was just like,
It becomes your whole personality.
Yeah.
You're
it was,
okay.
you see?
That was 2023
like-
was really horrible.
But you know, you're so much better than this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't always have to fall to this mental illness. You can live beyond being the person that goes through this. And it's not something that I'm like, oh no, I'm no longer a person that suffers depression. No.
No.
It doesn't
Because
go
I know-
away
yes.
just like that.
I'm like, okay, I'm a person who has mental health issues, but then that's not what defines me.
Exactly.
And now I'm like, girl, who have you become? I'm a girl that stands on business.
Yes.
Because I think even
Yeah.
and another thing for me in 2023, after having a year like 2022, you know, the whole depression, the whole so sad and whatnot, I kind of also accepted. I also accepted the no's that came with it, and I wasn't mad about it. Yes, I'll be disappointed. Like, okay, got a no here, got a no there in every aspect. So even the no's were not because I know back then a no would straight out take me
Break
into an
you.
episode.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
even the no's were like, yes, it would hurt, it would sting, but it's just that it's a no.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get yeses all the time. So even those no's, that was something that's shocking for me because, like, oh, this is you, good, you are,
Yeah.
you're getting through this, and I'll quickly like brush it off.
off.
I mean, not that I didn't have a few episodes, I did, but it's not something that would linger. You know, it's like, okay, it has happened,
Yeah.
and I would even know that I'm gonna get into it and quickly just
Yeah.
Come out of it.
maybe find something that, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I have these I have pretty much the same things written almost everywhere on my phone and my notes, and such I can look at it. If I'm not in my room where I can easily pick up a note, at least I'll see it on my phone. So it's like, okay, let me try and remind myself, who am I?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me remind
Yeah.
myself, who am I? And also another thing that helped me was I started reading the Bible. I'm not one who would intentionally read the Bible. So that helped me, and I did it on my own. I didn't have to have somebody tell me, oh, this is that. I'm like, okay, so, you know, they're really well cooking in the Bible. There's
Yeah.
some things that can inspire you
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
And I was shocked. I was blown. I'm like, oh, this is not your regular thing that you hear the snippets of, oh, people just want to remove what they want to hear in the Bible, and that's about prosperity, about this. But I found really interesting stuff. And that's something that helped me in 2023 as well. So I really accepted the no's. I know at some point they would want to take me back to the dark place of 2022.
Yeah.
But I'm like, girl, get up.
We're not going back.
We're not going back.
Yeah.
We're not going back. So, it's been after 2023, 2024, we are standing on business. We
You
are
have to stand
blooming.
on-
We're gonna flourish.
Yeah.
We're just gonna be happy. We're gonna be happy.
That's 2024.
Even relationships.
On business.
Even
Yeah.
relationships.
You know, I was
Relationships
actually
were not
having a
all
conversation.
glamorous.
I can't even remember where it came from, but then we're talking about how you don't realize that you are the one limiting yourself in relationships because you are so scared of commitment that there's so much trauma built up in your life that you, like, your conscious self is like, this is what I want for myself. But then subconsciously, you're so fearful of being prosperous, being in a committed relationship, making money. But then consciously you're like, no, I'm really working hard, I want to make money, I want to be this on. But then subconsciously there's something that's bringing you back and you're wondering, why am I not making it? But because your subconscious self is just like
You limit.
too too fearful.
Yeah.
You limit yourself.
You know,
It's like, what am I going to do
When
even
this happens?
when I have all
Right.
this? Yes, I want it. No, you know what? These are thoughts I've had actually.
Yeah.
It's like, I want this. But okay, let's say, for instance, it all works out. Relationship wise.
everything just works out.
Works out. What am I going to do with all that?
Do you know, I don't know
That's
why or what led you to that thought. Last night, I was on my phone, right? Then I see this lady, she posted something like she went to this wine, what. Then I'm thinking, I was about to go and have a shower. Then I'm thinking, I want to have a vineyard, like somewhere in the future, right? And then there's this, like, this is something that I say, like, you know what, on the things that I want to have, like, as life goes on, a winery, what is like. And then I thought, you know, you think something and then this thought just pops up to say, but can you manage?
Right?
I stood up, I was
Are you
like,
capable?
no. That time,
No.
I can actually, if
Yeah.
I put my mind to it,
Yeah.
if I work towards, and I even started asking myself questions like, what is it that I can do right now that can take me to the place where I want to be? And really, sometimes we limit ourselves because you're thinking, can I manage? Like, if there are young people who have A, B, C, D, and what, why can't you
Why
have
can't
it?
you? Yeah.
Like, why?
And then we start putting excuses and reason to say, no, the only reason that I am not able to do that is because I didn't come from a rich family. I know I don't have a good job.
No.
I'm not making this type of money. And then, you know,
That mentality is awful.
yes. And you know, I was actually looking at my life myself. I was like, you know, I used to get this type of money before, and I couldn't do anything. But then, I am having this money still, but I've achieved far more because I changed my mindset to say,
Mindset.
because you know that thing for, no, I can't save. I'm just making 300, but you can save 2 quarter.
You can.
Really?
By the time it's like December,
Whatever,
you would have made
What? That's
you'd have made 2,000 kwacha.
couch
The whole
you want.
show.
That's what you want, you know.
And then it's the same. I think it's the same with like money. This is why money runs away from us,
Yeah.
because we can't fathom the possibility of having more.
More than
It's like
what-
there's that thing in the back of our heads that doesn't think we're deserving of the more. It's like even these, you know, fancy places you see, like on TikTok, like, people go to nice places, and they're like, I can't go there, I can't afford. But then you go there and you're just like, but why have I never come here?
Right?
It's not like I can't afford this.
like there are things that like the same prices, like it's 120, but then you don't know that because you're
Because you're just
telling
like,
yourself,
oh wow, look at the aesthetics. You're like,
Yeah.
I actually came across
Yeah.
obviously
a
this is just
person
for
like that
like expensive
last
people.
year. It's a friend of a friend. You know, he's got this mentality that, oh, you only go to fancy places. And I'm like, do you know that I'm not even working, but I go to these places. You are working and you are feeling, you know, for your own money. No, they're expensive. You know, the same amount you spend in
same
cake, the same
prices,
amount you're going
yeah.
to spend in, you know, these places. It's just the same. You need that exposure.
You need
Their
exposure.
mentality
And then
is
you-
messed up. They said no.
And you see, within this, through the same exposure, that's when you start networking.
networking, yeah.
Because you're just like, but you see, if I had never gone there, I wouldn't have met this person
Yeah, exactly.
who has now brought me to this realization to say, oh, Sisi, maybe let's collab on this and this and this and this.
I love that about 2023.
Because
Yeah.
imagine if we never used to like expose ourselves. You and I would never have known each other.
Yeah.
True.
Would have just be like, oh, there's that girl there. Oh,
Like,
okay.
okay.
But then because you need to be intentional to say, okay, fine, I can.
Yeah.
Let me step out of the comfort
Yeah.
zone.
And you know what? As far as money goes, also, the other thing that makes us think we are not deserving of having more money is because we like holding on to money. Money will not come if you're not spending it.
Yeah.
Like, really and truly. You have your 2,000 in your account. 1 week, you are sitting with your 2,000 in your account. Like, do you want to be rich or do you want to have the 2,000
No,
that
do
you
you
have?
know what happens?
Because
You have that 2,000 for 2 weeks
For-
straight, right?
yeah.
Just one day is going to blow it up.
yeah.
Out, all of it.
And that's
One day.
one thing that I don't know if God wants me to be spending money. I don't know. For some weird reason, if I have money, right, every time I spend money,
It
from
comes
nowhere,
back.
someone is going to send me money.
And you see, also just in the spirit of spending, this is also how you learn. Let's say you start a venture, a business venture. You're like, okay, but this money I'm pumping in. In as much as you're going to lose, the next time you'll be like, oh, last time when I did this is what happened. So now, because I know, let me do this better.
Yeah.
But then if you
Exactly.
never try, you
You
will
never know.
So many you will be with
And
your
then at that point, when you want to
3 years.
invest big, you lose.
You
big.
lose
No,
all
you
of
lose
it.
big, yeah, because you
start
don't
by going, no,
know,
I lost
yeah.
the 10 pin. Oh my gosh, my 10 pin. But
Yeah.
it's fine, bust back. Like, oh no, that time I've learned my lesson.
right?
That's what happened that time. It's the same just with like relationships. You're like, do I really want to be? No, I want to be loved, oh Shanshan. And then the person comes and like, nope,
Right?
they're going to hurt me. They hurt me before in 2015. So
You know, for me, I'm so
and
glad
then
I'm
exactly
no
what-
longer in
remember-
that place.
every day
Remember what I
like,
told
God
you?
win for your face.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Last year,
Yeah.
I tolerated relationships really. That's not typical me.
Mm-hmm.
But I tolerated even when I knew I was like, I'm trying.
Yeah.
Ordinary me, ask her, get up. But then I let them.
Yeah.
I tolerated them because that person a shell.
Mm.
You know, like you already know the end before the beginning.
Yes.
But I know it's gonna end.
Survival modes, like you're just there. Like,
I
you
know
know,
this
for
is
me,
gonna
I'm
end.
happy that
So
I'm no
last
longer
year I
in that
tolerated
place
them.
where I'm like, I'm not able to like allow myself to be in a relationship, because really and truly, I was meeting. You meet this nice person, right? But then because you already have he's gonna hurt me at the back of your mind, so you don't fully live in like
You don't live in the moment.
And
Right?
it's very difficult to come out of that
it
of that
becomes
mind.
addictive. Actually,
Yes.
It really is.
yeah.
It's very difficult.
I was having a conversation with someone and they're like, no, Shansha. I'm like, no, me, I plan for the pain that I'll have in the future. I already know that.
I read
So-
something there that says don't borrow grief from the future.
I used to borrow.
Like, why?
So it's that thing where when
Why are
you
you crying about tomorrow you are in today? What
when
are
you
thinking
hurt
about
me,
when
it's
you
not
hurt me, I'll
like
cry.
it will hurt, but it's not a shocker to me. It's more of a disappointment
It's like-
than a shocker because I'm
Yeah.
like, I knew,
It actually just took long.
I knew. I was just wondering when it's going to happen.
But why would you want to live like that?
That's bad. I think I still had a part of that, but it's something it's difficult to get out of that.
It
It's
becomes
addictive.
addictive.
It's very, very difficult. Someone just wants to love you.
You're
Just
addicted
wants to,
You're.
you
There's
know.
something I was reading where it said you are addicted to unhealthy. Then I was like, this is nonsense.
You
But then now that
you're like, oh,
in reflection, in retrospect, I'm just like,
actually I am.
actually, I
Yeah.
am like that.
Yeah.
I love unhealthy.
And
I
dysfunction
love,
even.
I love it.
Dysfunction.
I crave it.
Because when you think about it, that's deep.
No, because you know that thing where you're like,
Dysfunction.
Yo, because
you start telling your
it's a
friends, you're like,
pattern.
this
That's not
person is
replaying
too.
everything you said.
He's such a simp. He's just always no checking up on me. Why are you calling me every 30 minutes? It's normal. That's healthy.
And
But
do
you
you
want the ones that
realize
don't
that-
call you.
Yes.
You're
You have to be
like,
James, please, where are you?
Oh my god.
you want your heart to be skipping every. It's like, no, you don't.
love unhealthy.
In as much as we say,
Dysfunction. You are
oh,
addicted
he's not
to
checking,
dysfunction.
that's actually what
Yeah.
you like.
Yes.
And then when you have,
that's what
oh my god, that's deep. We love unhealthy.
Yeah.
And then when you see somebody that's always,
So they're taking you out like, so Ashtachan, when Grilla flowers, Mary, what have you done? And then they're like, oh no, baby, I was just checking on you. What did you do? What do
my
you mean?
God.
Think about it.
yeah, I'm thinking about it. It's like the ones that are always there. Are you about to do something silly? Like why are you always there? That's the reason.
Yes. Like, I obviously
I'm used to the ones that were going to be back and forth. The only time they want to do something nice is when they want to apologize for something bad they've done. Do you like that? And then you're back in their arms, kicking as if everything.
And then you start gaslighting yourself to say, no, he cares about me. No, he does not. Because now when you get out of that situation, you're like, but this person didn't like me, to be honest.
And you see where the he cares about me comes in? When they hurt you.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what? This is actually speaking to me so much because I was I was in a situation that oh my god,
When they hurt
you know, I was in a situation that this person, right, claims to say they love you. Sometimes they even do things that make you feel like they love you. But in the actual sense, when things are not happening like that, you stand at the far end there and you try to look at the situation
from a different perspective.
then you just realize to say this person actually did not even like me, because you can't do that to someone that you like.
No.
Like, it's not possible that you can, like. But then, you know how we were talking about how dysfunction feels, toxicity is addictive.
Yeah.
There's a certain high that comes with it, right? This person hasn't called you for like the whole day. You are sad. The minute you see the phone light up and it's them, your mood changes. You were,
Even if you're like, you even practice like, when is I'm not going to shout at this person because
your mood just, your appetite is back. Now you're like, oh,
Yeah.
can I have some wine? But just 30 minutes from that before that time, you were just sad, you were in your bed, but they call you just like, oh my god, they love me. But that's just that's dysfunction. And now they're just like dropping a little, and they know what they're doing to you. Like, they give
breadcrumbing you.
Yeah, they give you that and you are happy. It's like a drug. They inject you a bit, then they go again. You only realize how bad that situation is when you get out and you look at it from like, let me analyze this. If my friend was in such a situation, what would I tell them to get out of that situation? Guys, hey.
And it's only after you're out of it is when you realize.
Yeah. When you're in it, people are telling you to say,
You want-
look. You're like, I know, but he's a good person. I know she's a good person.
He's gonna come see me.
Yeah.
He's gonna call.
And they know what they're doing.
no, you see, that's the thing.
They know. And you know another thing? They always put themselves first.
Yes.
That's something.
And you see,
we
no.
women need to learn to put ourselves.
I was talking to someone and I was like, you know, we actually don't like ourselves.
No.
We like pretending to say, no, I put myself. We don't like ourselves.
No.
We pretend to like ourselves.
But we
like ourselves.
don't.
Because if you did, you wouldn't be with a person who you know for a fact they're committed somewhere else. And you're just the other one. You're the second best. You're not a priority. If you did like yourself,
you wouldn't be in that situation.
you'd rather be by yourself
Yeah.
than cling on to this person just because they breadcrumb you.
Right?
And because they know that they have fed you so long
Yeah.
that now you can't do without them,
Yeah.
they know you will never go anywhere.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I remember someone telling me that, I'm like, you know, Masama, one day I'm going to, you just find that I'm with someone else. Then they're like, we know you come back. I'm like, hey?
Yeah. That should have. I opened up from there.
And when you think
And I feel
about
like
it,
you
they
will
were
see
actually
now.
right.
That feels
When you
sad.
think about it, he was actually
He was
right.
right,
So,
yes.
oh,
He has not forced me to be with him.
No.
no.
And one day he'll turn around to say,
Sure.
but I didn't ask you.
Mm.
I didn't ask you. You knew.
You knew.
This is what it means, love, because it's relatable. Like,
It is.
this person once actually told me, what's the word? I am your weak spot or something. Yeah, like straight to my face, like, Surilo. Like, do you? And then in the moment, I'm like, no, you're not. What? And then it's like, you see. Did
Now
something, calls me 2 days later. Oh, I miss you. Come home.
Then we're back.
Get my bag. And then again, he says it like, do you see what I was telling
and
you?
you know what happens in that moment? You already have somebody that wants to give you
But
their
you don't
all.
want.
But the moment
But you
that
don't
one
want that.
who's been away,
You see, this is what I'm saying. You have that limiting thing to say, you don't deserve nice things. Because what are you still with a person who's committed somewhere else? And the person that wants to be with you, you don't give them time of day. Like, this guy's so obsessed with me.
Boring.
He's boring. That is what health looks like.
Exactly.
That is what healthy looks like. But you know, you're just that cancer. No, but
Right?
you're the love of my life. You, this is not the love problem of your life. This is a cancer. Cut it out.
That's something.
You see, now that goes to that Bible verse that says, if your left hand is causing you,
Cut it
out.
Yeah.
Same. It's the same with everything.
I think we are
disappointing.
addicted to holding on to things that don't want us.
You see, I think this is also the reason why we're staying in toxic
Workplaces. Yeah. You don't want to step out and see what outside looks like because
You're like,
you're
no, what
like,
if I don't find?
Yeah, use.
But then you haven't gone to the other side. What if
You
on the
don't
other
know
side?
what's there.
And then you're like, no, it's the grass is not always green on the other side. The grass is green where you water it.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you're seeing that they look like you had to jump.
But
Oh.
you are right.
I think it's something that I would also relate to 2023. I never knew to a world that we got into, aside from
What you had already
my
experienced.
previous workplace. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, this is a whole different
This is a
world.
whole-
Like,
yeah.
people are doing this. This is what's happening, and I've just entered into a different space now. I was like, okay, this is interesting.
And you're like, why was I scared?
This is interesting. You know, because this is a point you just see, then you're like, you're not curious enough to know how do they get to where they are.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
They have connections.
Right.
This is
They
thought.
only give the tenders to the people that
No,
deserve.
you actually have to put yourself on the line.
But look at you through yourself
Go
then. You're
there.
like,
Like,
Oh.
yeah.
like, no, I don't know anyone there. Have you tried? Try, baby, try. It is
We're
well.
scared of stepping out of our comfort zone.
We are scared of new.
Yes.
Like, you don't want to experience something new because you are at the back of your mind. You know what you know.
Yeah.
You don't know what you don't know. So it's like I can't go there because I don't know safety. I don't know order. I know disorder, and for
And
me
chaos.
that chaos.
That works for me.
And for me that
thrive in
works.
that.
I thrive in like.
Every day I just want to be like, no, I'm pushing. What are you pushing?
What are you pushing?
Do you
Life
really
is not
have to
supposed
push?
to be like
Do
this.
you really have to fight? Like, just sit. And for me, that is my words for 2024. I just want to relax. Ease. Like, I want ease. I want to, as far as relationships are concerned, I want to be that feminine girl that is just like,
Yeah.
I want
In
to
my soft girl era.
Exactly. Like, I don't want to fight because I think I don't have to fight.
Don't even attempt to be the
Because
man in the relationship.
Why am I fighting? Why am I fighting for a text back? Why am I fighting for let's go on a date? I don't have to do that. Like, I will sit in my femininity and I will allow the universe to bring ease to me. So it's like I'm not fighting.
You know what I learned from last year was what you put out
comes back to
is
you.
what you get.
Yeah.
But then we like saying, no, but I'm putting out positivity. But are you putting it out in its fullness? Because you are putting it out to say, but mine got sevenza. What if it doesn't work
With
out?
that
Exactly.
mindset.
With that mindset.
So there's already
There's
doubt
already doubt.
somewhere. Yeah.
So then the universe throws doubt back to you.
Yeah, like, oh, even us, we are not sure, so try this. And then it's just, now again, you find yourself in the same cycle. Hello, can you tell jobs, just apply and just
What?
say, let it
It's
come.
done,
Like,
it's done.
But like, what is the worst that could happen if you throw yourself out there?
right?
Like, I'm already
That's the fear.
struggling now, so I'm not going to struggle any more than I'm struggling. I might as well
Just
try.
Just
What if it works out on the other side?
what if it actually does work out? And that's the part where we don't tap in more, the what if it actually works out. Because we know what we know. So it's just that I don't know. Just go.
You don't know what's out there.
Just go. Just go to the most
think that's the
expensive
problem.
place
We're
and
always-
just sit.
In as much as we want to try, but we already have a preconceived concept to say, what if it doesn't work out? It's not going to work out. You're trying this, yes, but it's not going to work out.
So for the past 2 years, at the end of the year, I do this program called Good Morning Beautiful. So it's a 7-day program, and every day you're given a challenge. So this year there was this challenge that said, write down your fears, not write down the truths that you believe for yourself, and turn them around. And then, you know, it's funny when they're saying it until it's time to write them down. And then you're like, but I fear going to the gym, because in your head you're just like, I'm going to get fatter. Oh no, the gym is hard. But then the truth is that you can be a person that enjoys that.
Yeah.
A person that works out, and it will work for you.
Yeah.
The truth you have told yourself is, I'm never in a happy, committed relationship. Nobody wants to marry me. But the actual truth is that's not the truth. You are limiting yourself, because every time you enter, already I'm just like, so this one is also not going to marry me.
Right.
But then, why not? Okay, fine. I'm with this person. I'm enjoying this experience. If it doesn't work out, it's fine.
Yeah.
But you enjoyed yourself. It hurts, it moved.
That is very
So now
true.
every day there was a new challenge. The next day will be like, oh no, declutter your space. Now I'm a hoarder. Oh my God. It's always the worst one. It's always the worst challenge for me, because I'm like, but you know, when I bought this in 2015, you guys, you don't
I wanna get rid
understand.
of it.
Yeah.
But why you don't use it? Let it go. Because if you're not creating room, things can't come in.
No.
Because there's no space. There's no more space in your life, because it's cluttered with things that you don't even use. It's the same. I'll give you an example of like a closet. You see how every time I have nothing to wear,
But
Yeah. Get them away.
Yeah.
let them go. Then you'll be like, oh,
I
I
need
only
to-
have 2 dresses. I need to buy one. Things will come in. But now there's no way to put things. Your life, and it's the same with your life. You need to declutter your life. Like, okay, you know what? This friendship one is not taking me anywhere.
Yeah.
Cut it out.
It's true.
You know, this thing in my home, it's not bringing any goodness for me. Take
Let
it
it
out.
go.
Let it go.
Yeah.
See, we're so scared of letting things go. Like, no, but then how is it going to look? People stay cutting you off. You're just
Right? Holding on to things that.
Why? What's the reason?
So it's really a good challenge, that one. To
Yeah.
be honest, it's a beautiful challenge.
It's very decluttering. It's you're letting go of some things, and then I think it goes if you are a holder, right? It's even difficult for you to let go of people, like to let go of anything, because it's like you are scared of just throwing away this perfume bottle that you bought. It's finished.
Why am I keeping it?
No, because put it in the bin. It's okay.
There was this cologne that I got like in 2018. I'd only spray like maybe once a month, or when I'm going for like events, but then it was finally done. So I was just like a few sprays left, and I'm like, so if I'm looking at it, I'm like, but Sissy, why? So I got like a cotton pad, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to do this. I need to declutter. I got the spray bottle. I sprayed all of it, and I was like, you know what, throw it away. I got all of it and I put it somewhere in the closet, and it was smelling really divine. But I got rid of it. All this to my cologne bottles that I was just keeping for absolutely nothing. I was like shaking. If there's just like a bit, I'd get a cotton ball, spray out
And
everything,
throw it.
put it somewhere for the scent. And I'm like, you know what, I even felt lighter.
Yeah.
I got rid of a lot of things.
Yeah.
And then now I started looking inward to say, what negativity am I holding on to in my life that is stopping me from progressing? Because also you are your biggest enemy.
True.
Because yourself, if you don't declutter your life, you don't declutter your thoughts, you keep not moving forward.
Yeah.
Because you're holding yourself back. And then now we want to blame it on, no, the universe is not good to me. No, there's someone in Shani who's holding my blessing. Sometimes you are your biggest enemy.
Yep.
You hold yourself back. So then I started writing, what holds me back? It's the fear of this, the fear of this.
Yeah.
It's
And you
this
know
and
when
this.
the hardest part, and I only realize that is, you will not know sometimes until you get a pen and a paper, and then you start writing down
Start writing.
things
Yeah.
That's the most difficult part.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where you're even scared, you know it, you think it, then your doubt is like, oh, is this really me?
But putting it, and you see,
Putting it down,
journaling, very important in this life.
It's important.
that was
Because once you
That's
start writing,
hard.
also you're just like, what? You start, what? You're just like, how am I still doing this?
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's very, very, very relaxing. It gets you to a point where you're like, I don't know. After you do it, there's that relief. Okay, I've gotten this out of the way.
Yeah.
If you can't talk to somebody, generally,
Yeah.
you do that.
It's true.
And from there, you're now getting ideas. I think that the biggest thing for me is fear of the unknown. That's so.
What are you so
scared of?
about?
You can do
Right.
that. You can do that. You can get rid of. I think even getting rid of people. Oh my god, they're chopping you off. Why can't you get rid of them?
Right?
They're bringing it down.
You like
And
it.
speaking
You like
of
it only when they
people
like you when
yeah.
they want something from you. That's not healthy. That's not healthy.
I think the thing with really cutting people off who have also cut you off is because what word am I looking for? We don't respect ourselves. Yes. Yeah. We don't respect ourselves enough to just say, okay, that person cut me off. When they come back and they want something, I'm not gonna be there. But then they clearly cut you off. Now they come back, they want something from you, and you're there like, oh my god. It's like, do you respect yourself?
And you hide behind, no, I'm a good
Yeah,
person.
and you know that's how we. So you see, that's how we see people that cut us off, and then they come back
Yeah.
only when they need something. You're like, don't you have some respect for yourself?
But then
You
also
don't have
they
the
can't
audacity.
respect you if you don't respect yourself.
Yeah.
Because they will even say, Udia,
I can go back anytime.
I can go back anytime. And that's with even friends,
Yes.
even relatives actually.
Yes. I can go
Especially
back.
relatives.
My biggest lesson in 2023 was you teach people how to treat you.
Yep.
I had to take out my eyes just to say that. You treat people how you teach people how to
How
treat
they treat
Yeah.
you. True. That is 100% true. They cut you off today. They don't talk to you. Tomorrow they come. Oh no, hi. Do you want to shan Yuko? And you're there at the service. Like you actually don't respect
you
yourself.
jump immediately. They come back.
Yeah, it's like you don't respect
Even just
yourself.
someone who disrespects you, you know, there's that thing where if every day so I'm disrespecting you, one day you come to me and say, Sissy, don't speak to me like that.
but
Now all this time that I've been speaking to you like that, you didn't know.
Let me tell
Yeah.
you what
And then
happened.
now it's like you just continue taking the abuse,
yeah,
the disrespect, the
Yeah.
manipulation because
Yeah.
but we've gone for this long.
yeah,
How do I now change?
Let me tell you, this actually just happened last year with a certain friend. I don't even know if she qualifies to be a friend or just was just an acquaintance. So, you know, it was a friendship, yeah. Then out of the blue, because 2020 is very intentional with who I want to be my friends, who I want to keep being in my circle. So then, on a random day, this is somebody you talk to maybe every other 2 days, you know. Something I didn't even realize was hurtful to them, apparently, you know, and it's something we always say to each other. Like, oh, you know, just make silly jokes. Oh, this. Just, oh, because I think she was in a busy place. I think I was headed to church. And then I was like, oh, we'll talk later. So I'm coming out of church, pick up my phone, and I find this long message. Oh, hey, Tulani, what you said, I wasn't happy. You know, just alone. It's like, wait. What did I say? Then I started thinking, what did I say? That was a very quick call. It was maybe like less than a minute. Like, what did I say in that minute? It's like, wait, what are you talking about? I was like, relax. Do you have something to get off your chest that you've been keeping? Because trust me, it's not what I said. Because all I did was greet you, and you know, then she went off. Girl,
Brought things for 1986.
yeah.
that's the thing, and this is not. We know each other on a surface level, yeah. So, oh, this is that. I was like, you know what? Thank you. I am very intentional about my friendships this year. So you bringing all this out, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not hurt to lose you, really.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't have a back and forth with her. I just said, you know what, girl, you've got things going on.
Yeah.
And really, truly, she was going through stuff. So you know where you take it out on somebody?
Yeah.
That's what was happening. So then I told her to say, I've been where you are. I've lashed out on people when I was in a certain period of my life, lashing out on people because you don't know where to take it. Someone just says something then, and that was the case. So, but for me, that was also a stopping point for me to say, I don't need such negativity.
Yeah.
Really. And because you're angry about other stuff and then you lash it out on me, and then in the process you start saying things that I didn't even know you felt about me.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, you know what, I think the best is for us to go separate ways.
Our separate ways. Yeah.
Then like you're saying, we are the ones that show people how to treat us, right?
Yeah.
So that whole thing ended. This person comes back like
Like
months
nothing
later.
happened. Like no.
What do I do?
Yeah.
I ignored it, wanting to hold on. Then again it happened. Oh, let's go out. I was like, you know what, let me just be honest. I don't think I can go on.
Yeah.
This is not a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
So I was just being honest.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think this is healthy.
Yeah.
And I don't need this. It was nice while it lasted, our friendship, but I don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'll love you from afar.
And that's
I let it go.
fine. Yeah.
And I
that's
let it go. Someone would just pop up after that whole incident, and someone just was like, oh. I was like, and then it made me realize to say, we were not friends. We were just acquaintances, and then got to that. So sometimes we fail to separate who our friends truly are, because I think if that was really a friend, we would talk it out.
Yeah.
We would talk things out. At times we were mad at each other and we'd talk things out.
Yeah.
So, but then with that one, it's not a person where you would sit down and talk things out. So it's like, I think I need to filter who my friends really are. So that taught me something really big. I was like, I need to filter who my friends. And I was very intentional in 2023 with letting go of people.
Yeah.
Though it's hard. Some people you think, I still need to keep this one. But then you realize how they treat you when you go back to them.
Yeah. Just like,
They have cut you off.
Yeah.
Why are you going
Why are
back?
you? Why?
They have cut you
Is
off.
that fair?
It's not fair. It's not.
So in the reverse, as you're speaking, I thought about it. Like in the reverse of the situation, have you gotten to a point where you say, sometimes I do contribute to toxicity? Because I used to be a person that is like, no, me I have no filter. I say things how it is, but then also you're not realizing that it's not even about you're just not a good person.
Yes.
Exactly.
And I was like, no, but I'm a good person. But
Like,
no, you're not a good person.
Yeah.
You want to pretend like, no, you have no filter, whatever you say. That
You have
you're
to
just
control what
mean.
you
You're just
say.
a mean person.
And I had
Exactly.
this conversation with I
Yeah.
think my sister about how people just say anything.
I think
And
I'm
this
blunt.
happened. This
Uh-uh.
happened during the time I was going through the whole thing. I think in
Yeah.
2022, even a bit of last year. Where people just blurt out things. You don't know what the person is going through, and you're just there
Same
saying
things. Yeah.
okay.
It's okay to treat your friends anyhow.
And then you can't open up to such people. I think I even had challenges to say, now at what point do I even tell you that, hey, what you're saying, this is, I'm going through this, and then saying
Because
that.
to them it's like, I'm just being blunt. I think that's why I have a problem with people that say I'm blunt. It's like, in your bluntness, are you smart enough to filter some things, or you just say,
Emotional maturity and intelligence.
are you emotionally mature?
I was that person. I won't lie. I was that person, and at some point I said, Sissy, you're a very toxic person. You're such a hypocrite.
I think that's why I keep on saying to say, I am. You heard me talking about the service and what I've stopped. I've been saying this. I've stopped. I'm getting to a point where I'm trying to stop, just being blunt and whatever. I see a problem, I'll email your company to say I didn't get good service, because I don't want to have this back and forth with people anymore. I'm that person. So I think something's wrong. I'm gonna blurt it out. But these days, okay, it's stressing me. You know what? I'm not gonna do anything
Because
about
there's
it.
no way everyone is toxic around toxic
And then
to
You
What
can't
about
always
you?
just be the like okay, maybe if you are around so many toxic people, then you should change your circle because why is it that it's always
Yeah.
you
So
know?
in the journey of healing and all that, and working on myself and becoming, I was just like, you know what? You also need to see what you're contributing. To say,
Exactly.
work on your toxicity first before you start saying, Tulani, you did this to me. So you did this to me. Hey,
Yeah.
you are like this. What about
What about
you?
you? What are you doing that's
That's what I'm saying.
contributing?
It's really hard when you get to a point where now you have to write things about yourself.
Because then you start realizing, like, but even me, these things that I say I don't like, but I'm doing it to other people.
Yeah.
I remember, one time my partner was like, you're abusive to me, and I'm like, me, I'm abusive. What have I ever done to you?
Yeah.
I'm such a nice person. Like, no, you just do things, and you're not like aggressive, but then
Sometimes you're not considerate of
you're
things
not
that you
considerate
say.
of the things that you say. I don't like. How do you think I
Somebody actually
feel?
told me that 2 days ago.
I went to sit down and I'm like, but Sissy, you really are a toxic person. You're really not a nice person. Because I'll be like, no.
Just saying, shouting.
And I'm just like, but imagine if the reverse were true. If someone was doing that to you, how would you feel?
How would you feel?
So now, recently, someone was telling me a story. I'm like, no, that person did shari. And then I said, and then I'm like, but when you're telling your friend that, how would you have felt if it was
you? Yeah.
Because now I'm starting to get that awareness that, but sis, even you, this is the type of a person that you are. So you can't expect to be, and then you can't also just say, that's who I am. No. You can change.
Exactly.
You can learn. You can unlearn. You can relearn. Understand? And like, no, we tolerate you. We understand that's who you are. And I'm like, that is not okay. I'm not a nice person. So now you're actively unlearning bad habits, toxicity.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not going to happen overnight.
And let me tell you, you're gonna
overnight.
have
Just like, you know what?
triggers.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that a lot. Yeah, going, and it's like the moment you realize that you need to change is when it becomes worse.
Yes.
Your
And then
triggers,
you
your
become
triggers are gonna be everywhere
and
you
then
look.
you become very passive aggressive. It's just like,
Do you know? Do you know one thing, right? One thing about it is, right?
I've hurt you.
Like,
It's okay.
for me,
Today I'll
right?
not fight with you.
I think you have noticed this about me. Sometimes I am very defensive.
Oh yeah.
I'm very defensive. Also, I think what I've realized is, especially when I'm in a relationship with someone, right? It's not that I want to be defensive, right? It's like there's so much, like there's childhood trauma, there's what. So I'm actually grateful to have people around me, like my friends, even my partner now. Oh my God.
Tell you.
I think my defensiveness comes in when someone is addressing something that I did and they're trying to make it like they're fighting me. Right? Like, no, but you did. That's when I'm like, no. Like, let's fight. But when someone comes to me in like from a good place to say, look, what you did here, then you realize to say, oh, this one is actually not trying to hurt me. They are just trying for us to resolve this issue. But
But sometimes it's not even really about the person coming aggressive at you. Yeah, I think I'm going to talk that for myself. It's also sometimes where they've got you red-handed. You know that what you did is wrong, but then because they've aired it out, like, God damn it, how did you catch me? And then now you're going to get into defense mode.
And you start gaslighting them.
Yes.
I think it's the way that they come to you with that information that they have. Like, okay, fine. You found me, right?
I think I get what you're saying.
Yes.
Sometimes they're coming to you properly.
Yes, they're coming to
But
you.
then you're
know,
like,
and because you also know, like,
Yeah.
God
Like,
damn it, yes,
I'm
I'm
not
wrong.
going to fault here.
Yes, I want forward.
First of all, even you.
And maybe
Right.
also,
And then now they can't come to you to say,
Because now
so
they're like,
because every time they know it's going to be a fight.
Yeah.
It's like, it's fine. I know it will pass.
and you.
That's what I'm saying.
That's-
You need to realize your toxicity first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Something to
There's
think about.
a lot, and then
No,
you know
me,
what
it's my
happens.
defensiveness.
And you know
It's
what
my,
happens.
like,
These are things now we go and learn after maybe you're already married. You're already in a union with this person, and you are not learning these things at this stage where we are at.
Yeah.
Some people get to now start learning about themselves and how they can, when they've already been in that union, and you don't know how to be a good person to the other person.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So now you think, oh, I mean, look at the cases of divorces. 1 year in and people are separating. So,
Because we're scared to have the hard conversations.
yes.
The difficult conversations.
And
like
let me tell you, sometimes these hard conversations, because you want to be tiptoeing, you're scared.
Girl, not even sometimes, every time.
Every time, and especially when you say, okay,
necessary.
this is the one.
And they're like, me, I don't want to lose this guy.
I don't want to lose this guy.
And you're scared
I
that
don't
when we
lose this
talk about
person,
it,
So you don't want to be so.
So no, if I
don't know
tell
how to
my
go.
friend this, then we start fighting. If I tell my
Yes,
partner
but
this,
then these are issues these are
They'll just
conversations that
amplify.
need to
Exactly.
be had.
Mm-hmm.
They need to be had. There are a lot of conversations that need to be had before people actually go into like serious commitments. But we are so scared, and I think the major word here is commitment. Guys, these days people are scared of commitment. We are so scared of commitment.
This is
you
why
don't want to have hard
blame,
conversations.
We blame it on no, but you're seeing someone else, so how can I be committed to you? It's really not even that.
Yeah.
It's that in the space of commitment, you just be like, there's too much. It's too heavy. So you'd rather be always fighting about something because then you're not dealing with it.
You are afraid of deal with it, but you can't because it's like
You're lying to yourself that
it
oh,
will
no,
bring
me, I
so
want
much
commitment.
like
But you really don't. In
Yeah.
truth, you don't want
No.
commitment. You're not ready because if you were,
you would,
you would-
address
yeah.
it. Yeah,
but then you
would
don't
address
want
it.
to address it. You're just like, oh well. No, we've been friends for 20 years. We've been together for 2 years.
And those are the
So
things that
what?
you hear after
Yeah.
the friendship break. Now, these people have been friends for like 15 years. Now, this thing has come. Now they are fighting. Even 3 years ago,
And you're like, but why did you tell me
At
3 years
that
ago? Why have you been keeping it?
At
So,
that point, why didn't you
right?
address it?
Like, why are you? It's too late. It's too late now. I think it's the same thing that happened when people now, people meet today. There's a spark, relationship, marriage. 2 months later, they never really got to a point where they are able to like see each other like as raw as they are. So now they're in this big thing, and then they're like, oh snap, she acts like that when she's drunk. That's not what I can deal with.
Yeah.
And then a month later, just like,
I'm out.
you've been together for 3 months and you are divorcing. It's so crazy. Yo, difficult conversations.
We
Must
are
be had.
scared of difficult comments because you're in the back of my okay. I don't want to lose this. I don't want to, but they need to be had.
And you know, one thing I've realized is we speak so much about communication is important, but when it comes down to it, it's hard.
what are you communicating?
Have you ever been
Well, you
with
know,
a man
because
that
that thing, the
actually communicates?
Oh,
Yeah.
Then you think to yourself, I was like, oh damn, no,
Like,
this is what I meant when I said. And if you actually meet a man that truly communicates, you see how you yourself, you were just saying it for the sake of saying.
on the surface, like, communication, like, can you
when
actually
you do
communicate?
something, they bring it to your attention.
and you see, when we say I want someone who communicates, we don't mean that you want someone to have to have these conversations. You just want someone who's going to be like, hey, how are you? Like, who's constantly talking to you.
That's
Like,
what
you're
you
not
mean.
you're not
That's
spending
what
you're not
we
skipping days
mean.
to speak to me, and
Yeah.
you're not taking 8 hours to respond
That's
to
what
me.
you
Yeah.
Because us, that's what we mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But communication, what it entails is, I will check you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will keep you accountable for your actions.
And you're like,
Then from there, oh,
Are
he's a
you my
difficult
father?
person. Eh.
why are you telling? Are you my father?
Are you Yo, no. And we actually run away from such because it's like, like this person is doing too much. But it's like, you said you want
No, you when
strict. Like, yeah, you're so
strict son.
Relax.
So we like just run away because again we are addicted to dysfunction.
once you meet the one that truly communicates, you're like, oh no, this is what I meant. This is what I meant.
Yeah.
Relationships are something.
Relationships are not easy.
And you know how it is? You're a different person with each person you're with. Each person you encounter.
Oh,
They bring out a different different side of you. They're not going to get the same version of you. Yes, you'll be the same, maybe in some aspects, but mostly each person will experience a different type of you. Even yourself, you have a different experience of yourself. Like, oh, this is me. I can actually do this. Or, you know, just different aspects of yourself.
Yeah. Sure.
Something.
It's crazy.
Imagine thinking, no, Shanshan, then today we'll come and check each other. Now you're thinking, like, wow,
What's happening?
And also, my man is so strict. He's checking you, girl. My man is so strict. He's so strict.
it's interesting, huh? Reflection?
I'm thinking about it, like, yeah.
No, it's important to always, sit down, introspect, reflect, learn, unlearn, relearn, and be like, okay,
Right.
let me step into the best version of myself.
Yeah.
What am I going to leave? What am I going to take forward? And what do I need to change in my life?
That's actually very important, because you can't be the same person you were 5 years ago. People see you like, oh, you're just the same. Like, then
That's
you're not
not
growing.
okay.
That's not okay.
And that's the thing with certain friendships, that those long-term friendships, that's the thing. They still
They
have
still
the
expect-
idea of
And
the old person
they
you were.
expect you to behave the way that you used to
Yes.
10 years ago. And
I
you're like,
have
but
a
no, I've
problem
changed.
with that. I have a
Totally
huge
different.
problem with such friendships. Like, I did something 7 months ago, right? Today is today. Why are you saying no? But you are. She's this one. I know her. Like, no, you don't know me. Like, that happened in university. That's not who I am. And unfortunately, there are some people or some friendships that they still just hold on. Like, oh no, there was this one night out, you were puking. Like, why are you still talking about that?
8-9 years ago.
There was someone that I actually told this not so long ago. Told them I went out to drink, and then so if it's you, I just like no, like we
won't do that, yeah.
that happened when months ago, and then you're going to like, no, it's you change even every day. Like the person that you were yesterday, something has changed about maybe what you knew yesterday and what you know now. So I think it's not a good thing to always say, no, but even like
Allow people room to grow.
yeah.
Allow people room to change and
Yeah.
evolve. We can't always be the past version of ourselves.
That's true.
So you see, we started a conversation. We don't even know what conversation this was, because it seems like we've had 10,000 conversations
Yeah.
in the same chat.
Yeah.
So, welcome to Behind Closed Doors. This is your host, Cece. Welcome to Behind Closed Doors. This is your host, Cece. Having conversations that you don't know need to be had. And I'm with people who didn't even introduce themselves, because at some point as we're speaking, I just saw this conversation is interesting and I clicked record and they didn't know. Please introduce yourselves. Oh my gosh.
Look at us looking at each other now.
Hi. Welcome to Behind Closed Doors. This is Subilo. Do I have to
The
say?
host.
The host of Deep Dives with Forest. Please subscribe.
Can you imagine she forgot she's a podcaster?
Oh my goodness.
This is what happens when
She's
you focus
making-
too much on healing.
She's making such big moves that she's forgotten.
Oh my goodness.
Hi. Yeah, this is Tulani. I'm back again for the second time on Behind Closed Doors podcast. And I'm so happy to be here because it's been one hell of a change since the last time I was here. This wasn't me 1 year ago, but I'm happy to be here again. Yeah.
You know what, Sissy? I think we should do this more often.
Yeah.
Like, just, yeah.
Recap, check, and
you
balances.
Like, we should do it more often. Just to, did you, Yeah. Different conversations. Like the conversation that we were having earlier.
Yeah, I think that needs it needs its own episode.
Yeah.
It does need its own episode because it's something big.
Yeah.
And I think a lot will relate.
And a lot might cancel me.
Yeah. Be ready.
Yeah. But when they cancel you, then you know you are hitting somewhere.
Hitting the spot.
And then again, a lot are gonna relate and agree because I think this is something that's it's a global problem.
Something that needs to be said.
Unique,
So now we're in the conclusion of this episode, which was not even an episode. So, in conclusion, who have you become, and what is your intention for 2024?
Who have I become? I have become a person who I'm no longer in survival mode. So what's the word for that? I have become more open to the possibility of good things happening to me because I think I deserve good things to happen to me. I don't need to be in a dark place for all my life. I don't need to be in survival mode because there's nothing good that comes out of being in that place. You just lock yourself in your room. So I have become a person who is open to beautiful things happening to me. And my word for 2024? Is it the word?
What do you intend to be in 2024?
I intend to be...
Or what do you desire for yourself in 2024?
I desire soft, living slow, ease, and tapping into my femininity. Just letting beautiful things happen to me. And beautiful things are already happening to me, and they are going to be happening to me throughout this year. Good and bad are going to happen, but I'm only open to receiving what's best and what's in alignment with who I desire to be. That is my intention for 2024.
In another time or episode, we need to talk about femininity.
Yeah.
But that's a conversation for
another day.
Who have you become, and what do you desire or intend for yourself in 2024?
So I would say Tulani has become more forgiving of herself.
Wow.
Really. That's somebody that she's evolved to, and it's just not on the spot right there. I can feel it, and I can feel the flow of me giving myself more credit, giving myself time. So what I want for 2024 really is to tap into my potential and live in it, and also allow love in all aspects. That's something I've been hard on myself, but I just want to, because I know, through love, that's where things come. I think love literally taps into every aspect of your life, because there's a lot involved in love. There's care, there's patience. So I think the word for me is love. And I think through that is how I can tap into every other positive thing I want to happen.
Okay.
So that's my 2023. I just want to tap into my potential, tap into it with patience for myself, with care, with softness. I don't want to go hard. You don't want to be hard on yourself the whole time.
Yeah.
How are you going to get good things?
Wow.
And you, Sissy?
Me.
Who have you become?
I have become accepting of what is and what is to come. I have become more. I have become a person that gives myself grace,
Mm.
and who gives other people grace, and meets people where they are. And I intend or desire to be intentional
Okay.
about myself first and everything that concerns me. Before we start another one again, because I see how your eyes are like, oh wow,
We're gonna go right
Like
into it
that
because
word.
yeah,
So-
that's beautiful.
follow us on Instagram, TikTok. No, not TikTok. Why am I lying? Maybe it's a sign.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
2024.
We should be on TikTok.
Right?
Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Let's grow the podcasts together this year. And let's keep having these conversations. For now. Bye.
Thank you for joining me on Behind Closed Doors podcast. If you enjoyed the conversation, please share it with a friend. Like, subscribe, and most importantly, please leave us a review on any platform that you may be listening to us from. For now, goodbye, darling. Till next time.